Yeah, we have two of the best defenses in the FCS playing today. It's going to be a lot of fun and very interesting to see what offense can get some points on the board. It's going to be an old-fashioned just Donnybrook. Yeah, Colby Ritten and Andrew Clyde are key to this game because of the way Stony Brook is balanced. They're going to run the football. They're going to throw the ball. They have to be active in both fronts, not just rushing the pass. Yeah, what happens in November is obviously super important. Both these teams are fighting for their playoff lives right now. Had some momentum coming through October. They need to keep it going, finish strong. Kenai Kane is huge. He's 6 feet, 240 pounds. He's a short yardage goal line back. He's actually turned into an every down back. 200-yard efforts the last 2 weeks. He's got to be big today. Well, that's what's great about college football, right, is every game matters, even here at the end. New Hampshire's trying to get into the playoffs with a win. University of Albany, on the other hand, right, they're playing for their seniors. It's senior day here. It's going to be very emotional for the staff, for the players. For a lot of these guys, it's the last time they'll ever play football. Yeah, look at that guy, man. He looks like a linebacker. Over 100 tackles, 7.5 for loss, 2 forced fumbles. He's a great story, too. He's a local guy, very smart, was a walk-on, earned a scholarship. He's playing his last football game today. Sometimes, you know, with the way offenses play now, with as spread out as everything is, as much as they use the field, the closer you get to the end zone, the harder it is. And sometimes you're better off, you know, kind of in that 15 to 17-yard area because you can run all your routes, you can run your patterns, you can open the field up. Man, when you get a defense like Villanova's in a tiny little box that's the end zone, it's easier to play defense there. Just about being physical, going forward, and tackling great. That's a great job on the back end, man. Again, there's not enough room to run the route combinations that they want. So that defense is able to drop 8. Right, really they dropped 7 because they're going to sit Steve right in the middle to mirror Shore, because down here with an athletic quarterback like Shore, he can run, and eventually he's just running around, and Steve goes, man, I'm going to go get him. I'm going to end this thing. Let's stop running around. Let me get him on the ground, and we'll get a field goal, the field goal unit out here. Yeah, you see him using that jet sweep motion almost every play now, right? They're just trying to move the eyes, get the linebackers, get the safeties to second-guess themselves on the initial read as the ball snapped, and they've handed it off more to Williams than they have the jet sweep, but at the end of the day, that's what they've tried to set up. That was a great drive. I mean, that whole thing was set up by the way they ran the football down the field. And you see it here. You can get the little play action, right? You see all the linebackers and safeties flow to the left. Cherry sneaks behind the line of scrimmage, underneath everything. It's a nice, easy toss for Caruso. That was picture perfect right there. This is going to be key. Manage things, right? Don't give JMU another opportunity. He can't give them the ball. Stay within himself, run the football, make good decisions with the ball when you throw it. And we were just talking about that, right? Shetland can't make those bad decisions. And we were also talking about Andrew Ankrook chasing him down, moving him out of the pocket. You make a bad decision. That's what a pass rush does to a quarterback. It makes him make a bad decision, rush a throw. Maybe he doesn't see a safety or a linebacker. That was really the worst way that they could have started this football game.
There's defense for Stony Brook, which is, you know, top 20 in a couple of the categories in the country, 16th in rush defense, 17th in total defense.
Yeah, they play good defense. Again, when you're balanced offensively like they are, it makes it a little bit easier to play good defense, right? When your time of possession is good, when you run the ball, you believe in doing things right, not turning it over, lets you go out there and play hard. These guys there's some really, really good defensive football players out there for the Seawolves today. It's going to be fun to watch them match up with Loletta.
Defense of Stony Brook really turned things around in that game 2 weeks ago against New Hampshire. Quick dump off is complete, but defense again, Tyrese Beverett making a tackle, tripping up Dejon Brissett after the short game.
Beverett's one of those guys I really like to watch him play football. He plays the rover position in this 4-2-5. Chris Cooper's the whip. They're both safeties, and I remember talking to Coach Priori earlier in the season when we had one of their games. He said those guys are his erasers, right? They take care of the problems that he has, and so they're going to be really, really active today.
Beverett leads Stony Brook with 33 solo tackles on the year out of his 49 total, so normally he doesn't need much help. It is 3rd down and 9 here for Richmond. And a good grab at midfield, and it'll pick up the first down. Dejon Brissett with his second consecutive reception, 53 now on the year. Junior from Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Great job up front, good protection. The Seawolves were in one of kind of these amoeba defenses where everybody was standing up. The O-line doesn't know who's coming, who's dropping. They picked it up really well, and Loletta hits Brissett out there on the edge for the first down. I like the short passing game. It looks a lot better. Last week he was just kind of chucking the ball up in the air and got picked off a couple times.
Just over midfield, Gordon Collins. A couple extra yards after the contact, after he was met by Gavin Heslop. Collins, leading rusher now for Richmond, over 200 yards on the season. Ran the ball 7 times for 38 yards last week against Delaware. Coming in after Deontez Thompson left the game.
Collins is a big physical runner. He's 6 foot, 225 pounds. I thought last week he kind of sparked the offense a little bit, allowed him to get a little bit of a run game going, which then took a little bit of the pressure off Loletta. And again, I think that's going to be really important today against the Seawolves.
Yeah, Richmond had a late touchdown lead at Delaware in the fourth quarter. Well, the Blue Hens got that tying touchdown, of course, that terrific play by Jamie Jarman flipping into the end zone is what ended up tying the game, and that is a fantastic grab. Even with Darren Pert all over him, Tyler Wilkins makes his second catch of the day, and I started to mention it earlier, the 2 games coming into today, Wilkins had 14 catches and close to 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. And picking up where he left off here with that one-handed snag.
That's great concentration. Great job up front again. The O-line keeping Loletta safe and clean in the pocket. Let him do his thing.
A bobble on the snap. Loletta now forced to run with it. And at the very least gets the ball back to the line of scrimmage to bring up second down and 10. We saw Loletta on a couple of occasions last week use his legs very effectively, including running for a touchdown. Obviously, this was not the design here.
No, yeah, that's not what you want. As an OC or a head coach, that's the last thing you want is that ball dribbling back to your star quarterback and having him run the ball kind of unprotected in a made-up zone scheme there.
Loletta was 23 of 40 last week for 295 yards, threw for 4 touchdowns, but also had the 2 interceptions and was sacked 4 times. Another quick out complete to Wilkins. So he's already up to 3 catches on the day as he spins to the 21-yard line. And that'll bring up third down and short, third down and 2.
That was a good job by Loletta. He knew he was going to take a shot there. Sam Kamara was coming in. He beat the tackle with a little inside move, and he gave Kyle a good shot there. Let him know he was there, and, you know, Loletta does what he does. He stands in the pocket, throws a little dart, takes the hit, and up we go. It's third and short. See what they do here. I think they got to run the football every once in a while here, and that's what Gordon College is built for, 3rd and 1.
Richmond is 6 for their last 12 on third down. Dating back to last week, they'll pick up another conversion here. It's Gordon Collins. Richmond has been marching down the field. Its possession started at the 22-yard line.
That was a good job. They pulled Alex Light out in front of that thing. Again, you got a big man, 6'6", 310, pulling in front of an also big person at 6 foot, 225, and Gordon Collins, and it's hard to find him.
Collins fighting back from an ACL injury a year ago. First down and goal from the 9-yard line for Richmond. Collins this time is eaten up in the backfield by Ousmane Kamara.
Big nose guard getting some penetration there, 6'1", 310 pounds.
Second team all CAA a season ago. A loss of 5 yards back to the 14, second down and goal. Play clock down to 2 here, down to 1. They get the snap off. Loletta, incomplete. Wilkins looking for the flag, but Darren Pert says no. The senior breaks up that pass. And the recovery on the fumble on the punt earlier that led to Stony Brook's touchdown.
See Loletta sit in the pocket here, just a quick slant. It's hard to tell. I mean, there's maybe a little bit of contact early, but Pert timed that up pretty well.
So now third and goal. Xavier Goodall is in the backfield with Loletta. That's complete and into the end zone. Touchdown for Dejon Brissett. So Kyle Loletta adds to his touchdown numbers. 24 touchdowns thrown, leads the country, and he's now 2 touchdowns away from tying the single-season Richmond record.
It was a great drive. Finished the way that you'd expect it to be. Loletta to Brissett, 6 points.